All right, everybody, welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are diving deep into the world of social media. Not just your funny cat videos or anything like that, but what's the real impact this stuff has on our lives?
Yeah, exactly. I was just reading this study. It said that the average office worker spends like 2 hours, 2 hours a day on social media
Yeah,
at work. Just think about that.
2 hours. No wonder I can never get anything done.
Yeah.
But seriously, though,
Yeah.
I think we've all felt it, right? That phantom phone buzz.
Yeah.
You swear you felt your phone go off, you check it, nothing.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's like we're always waiting for that next, little dopamine hit,
It's true.
And it really messes with your attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, how many times have you been hanging out with someone, maybe friends or family, but you're not really all there. You're like half on your phone. It's like we're training ourselves to get distracted.
Yeah, and then you got that highlight reel thing too.
Yeah.
Everyone's always posting, the best versions of themselves.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to forget that everyone's got problems.
Exactly. We're only seeing the tip of the iceberg, But it's so easy to compare yourself to those perfect pictures, and then you just feel bad about yourself.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Speaking of feeling bad, let's talk about work. Because apparently we're spending 2 hours of the workday
Yeah.
on social media. I mean, I get it. Everyone needs a break, right?
Yeah.
But 2 hours, that's a lot.
That's a lot of time.
Seriously.
Yeah, and the research shows even just a quick glance at social media, it breaks your focus. You end up making mistakes, missing deadlines. There was this study, I think it said it takes 25 minutes to get your focus back. After you check your phone.
25 minutes. That's
Yeah.
basically starting over every time.
Basically.
No wonder I feel behind all the time.
Yeah, and then you got to think about what you post online. That can affect your job.
Right. It's think before you speak. But for the internet, think before you post.
Exactly.
Once it's out there, it's out there.
It's out there.
So, okay. Social media. Maybe not the best work, buddy.
Yeah.
But what about for students? I mean, we were all there once, right? Those late night study sessions.
Yeah.
Cramming for an exam.
Mhm.
And you end up just scrolling through social media.
No, yeah. Procrastination. It's like a student tradition.
It's just one more meme before I hit the books. And next thing you know, it's 2 a.m.
And you know everything about penguins,
Exactly.
but nothing about your actual classes.
Ugh, it's so true.
And then you remember that whole attention thing. It takes 25 minutes to get back on track.
Yeah.
Imagine how much study time is just wasted.
Scary to think about. And then for students,
Yeah.
there's that whole comparison thing.
Yeah.
Everyone else seems like they're doing great in their classes.
And having fun.
And I'm over here struggling just to keep up.
It's rough.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about how social media can be a huge distraction, but it also seems to mess with our sleep. I mean, be honest. Who here hasn't scrolled through their phone in bed?
Oh, all the time.
Right.
It's the worst.
So why is that bad?
Yeah. Smaller phones and stuff, they give off this blue light. And that messes with your melatonin.
Melatonin.
It's a thing that makes you sleepy.
Oh, right.
So you're looking at your phone. You think you're winding down, but you're actually making it harder to fall asleep.
Interesting. So what happens if you don't get enough sleep?
Oh, man. It affects everything. Your mood, your focus, even your health.
Okay, so we've talked about how social media can distract us,
Yeah.
mess with our productivity, even ruin our sleep. But I think it's time to talk about the big one, mental health.
Yeah, you're right. It's a serious issue. All the research is showing there's a big link between social media and things like depression and anxiety.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're constantly seeing these perfect pictures.
And comparing yourself.
It can really mess with your self-esteem. And then you've got cyberbullying too. That's got to be tough.
Cyberbullying is a huge problem, especially for younger people. It's so easy to be mean online when you don't have to see the person you're hurting.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that there's a real person
Yeah.
behind those profiles. We've all heard those stories
Yeah.
about people getting bullied online.
It can be really bad.
And it can have serious consequences.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here.
Yeah.
And it's been a bit of a downer. But before we all chuck our phones in the ocean, the good news is there are things we can do to make things better.
Exactly.
I can take control.
We have the power.
So how do we do that? What can we do to build a healthier relationship with social media?
Well, luckily for us, our source today has some great ideas.
Perfect. Let's dive into those right after this.
Welcome back to the show. So before the break, we were talking about some of the not so great things about social media, all the ways it can kind of mess with us.
Yeah, it was getting a little heavy there.
But the good news is it's not all bad.
Right. Social media can be great too.
Exactly.
So let's talk about solutions. How do we take back control?
Well, one of the best things you can do is set boundaries.
Boundaries.
Yeah, like time limit.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those. But it's hard. Like, my willpower just disappears. When I see all those notifications.
I know it's tough. But luckily, there's an app for that.
Seriously.
Seriously. There are tons of apps that can help you track your screen time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can even set limits. Like, you can only use this app for this long each day.
That's a good idea.
Or you can even block certain apps during certain times.
Like a digital detox.
Exactly.
Like that.
Think of it like a budget, but for your attention.
Ooh, a budget for your attention. I like that.
Yeah, like you don't want to spend all your money in one place.
Right.
You don't want to spend all your attention in one place either.
Makes sense.
So time limits are important. But you also mentioned tech-free zones.
Right. Tech-free zones.
Yeah. Basically, it's just a place
Mm-hmm.
where you say no phones allowed.
Like my bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the dinner table.
Okay.
So basically, you're creating a space
Mm.
where you can just be present without your phone.
Exactly.
I like that.
It's so easy to get caught up in our phones.
Oh, yeah.
We forget how to just be, like, how many times have you been at dinner and everyone's on their phones?
Oh, all the time.
It's like we're physically together, but mentally we're miles apart.
Yeah. And it's not just dinner. It's like everywhere. We're always connected.
It's important to disconnect sometimes,
For sure.
to give our brains a break,
Right. To reconnect with ourselves.
and with the people around us.
Okay, so we've talked about setting boundaries with time limits and tech-free zones. What else can we do?
Well, the source also talks about mindful use.
Mindful use.
Yeah. It's about being intentional about what you're looking at online.
Okay, so instead of just scrolling mindlessly,
Right.
I should be choosing what I see.
Exactly.
Like following accounts that inspire me.
Or that teach you something new.
Right. Stuff that makes me feel good.
It's like being a curator for your own online experience.
I like that. A curator of my own digital world.
Yeah. If you're seeing stuff that makes you feel bad,
Unfollow.
unfollow.
It's like if you were at a party
Right.
and someone was being negative,
You'd walk away.
you wouldn't just stand there and listen to them complain.
You'd find someone else to talk to.
Exactly.
It's the same online.
I never thought of it like that.
It's about creating a positive space for your mental health.
Okay, so mindful consumption, but it's not just about what we see, right?
Right.
It's about how we engage, too.
Totally.
Like, are we using social media to connect with people?
Or are we just looking for likes?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Are we having meaningful conversations?
Or are we just adding to the noise?
It's so easy to get caught up in the numbers, likes and followers and all that.
But that's not what really matters.
Okay, yeah.
It's about real connection.
Authentic self-expression.
I like that.
So it's not about external validation.
It's about internal satisfaction.
Well said.
Okay, so we've talked about boundaries, mindful consumption, and engagement.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about real connection.
It's all connected.
But isn't social media about connection?
It can be, but it's important to remember that online connection is not the same as real life connection.
Oh, that's a good point. So you're saying, even though I can chat with someone online, it's not the same as actually hanging out with them.
Exactly.
Like social media can be a good way to meet people, but it can't replace real life friendships.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Social media is like an appetizer.
An appetizer.
It gives you a little taste, but it's not a full meal.
Oh.
Real life connection, that's the main course.
That's the stuff that really fills you up.
Exactly.
So how do we make sure we're not letting social media overshadow our real life relationships?
Well, it starts with making time for face-to-face interaction.
So like, instead of texting my friend,
Call them.
or even better,
Go see them.
right, like actually hang out,
And when you do hang out,
put the phones away,
exactly.
be present, like we talked about with tech-free zones.
It's about showing the people you care about
Yeah,
that they have your full attention.
that's important.
And it's not just one-on-one. You can join clubs,
Yeah.
volunteer, go to events.
Put yourself out there.
Exactly. Meet people.
And the great thing is, when you have strong real-life connections,
Yeah.
you're less likely to get sucked into the negative stuff online.
Because you're not looking for validation online.
Exactly.
Because you're getting it in real life.
It's all about balance.
Yes.
Finding that sweet spot where
Yeah.
social media adds to your life.
Instead of taking away from it.
Exactly.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been talking all about social media. The good, the bad, the ugly.
It's a wild world out there.
It is. But before the break, you were talking about the good stuff, how we can actually use social media for good.
Oh, yeah. Social media can be a powerful tool.
How so?
Well, think about it. It can connect people from all over the world.
Right.
And it can give a voice to people who might not have been heard before.
That's true.
Like, think about movements like Me Too or Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. Social media played a huge role in those.
Huge. It helped spread awareness. It got people talking. It even helped organize protests. Right. And it's not just big global movements. Social media can also help on a local level.
Absolutely.
Like, I've seen people use Facebook groups.
Yeah.
To organize neighborhood events.
Or to support local businesses.
Yeah.
It can really build a sense of community.
Especially for people who might feel isolated.
Exactly.
Like online support groups.
Yeah.
Or parenting communities.
It's like creating a virtual village.
I like that.
Where people can connect and support each other.
And it's not just about connection. Social media can also be a great tool for learning.
Oh, for sure.
There are so many resources available online.
Like TED Talks.
Online courses.
Podcasts.
Even our podcasts.
Exactly.
You can learn pretty much anything online.
It's amazing.
I've learned so much from following experts on social media.
Me too. It's like having a world of knowledge at your fingertips.
Right. And it's not just about consuming information either.
Nope.
Social media can also be a platform for creativity.
Oh, yeah.
People are sharing their art.
Their music.
Their writing.
Your ideas.
It's incredible.
It's like a global stage.
Where anyone can perform.
And anyone can be inspired.
So
if we can do that, if we can approach social media with kindness and respect,
then we can make it a better place for everyone.
Well said.
So it's not about being perfect.
No one's perfect.
It's about trying our best.
To be mindful.
To be intentional.
To be kind.
And to remember
that we're all in this together.
That's a great message to end on.
I think so too.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of social media. We hope you learned something and that you'll join us again next time for another deep dive.
See you then.